Isang mainit pero makabuluhang debate ang yumanig online. Sa harapan ni Kiko Barsaga at Attorney Jesus Falsis, umabot sa sukdulan ang tensyon ng diretsahang ibato ang tanong na, magnanakaw ka ba o hindi? Mula sa usapin ng impeachment ni Sara Duterte, ICC issue, energy crisis, hanggang sa 2028 elections, bawat topic ay punong-puno ng matitinding opinyon, matatalim na rebuttal at mga linyang siguradong pag-uusapan ng netizens. Pero higit sa lahat, ipinakita ng debating ito kung gaano kahalaga ang katotohanan, pananagutan at malinaw na paninindigan ng mga leader sa harap ng taumbayan.
Controversial and like a true Caviteño, nabugbog sa ring, nasuspende sa House, pero andito siya, walang atrasan, Congressman Francisco Austria Barsaga. Meow meow.
Situated at the left corner of the TNT sofa. He's an outspoken critic of Sara Duterte and the DDS, a former debater in his college days, and a college lecturer at the Far Eastern University, a human rights lawyer and a proud member of the LGBT community. At gaya ng kanyang barangay sa Quezon City, kung saan siya kagawad, laging handa si Attorney Jesus Falsis.
Thank you, Attorney Falsis. Thank you, Kong Kiko.
Thank
you
you.
for coming.
Thank you
Ako.
for having us.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you here. Back again.
And I have to commend
This is going to
Kong
be
Kiko.
fun.
Magko-comment.
Attorney Clint, kwento ko lang kasi syempre bakit ba nagkaroon ng ganito? Thank you to the two of you for hosting us. Because si Kong Kiko, he messaged me December pa lang, 2025, that he was willing to engage a debate or a conversation with me. Kasi ang una kong hinamon, Guanzon. Ayaw pumatol. Duwag eh. Akala mo ang tapang. But here, ito matapang.
Matapang to si Kiko.
Yes. With
I commend him.
Mas matapang ang bakla sa Tomboy.
mas matapang ang pusa kesa sa dragon. Dragon daw siya. Anong dragon doon? Duwag yun eh.
Sad na ang ekonomiya natin. Mababa ng piso, mataas ang presyo ng gasolina, grabing ekonomiya natin. Kailangan bang i-impeach pa rin si Sara dahil sa sitwasyon?
Ang unang sasagot, paano ba natin makakuha to? Bato-bato pick. Bato-bato pick.
Bato-bato pick.
Bato-bato pick.
At 3, at 3.
Okay. One.
Bato-bato pick. Bato-bato pick.
Ano na kaagad ako dito?
Okay.
Barsaga wins.
1-0 na.
1-0 na kami, ha?
So, yung tanong, tama ba ang timing na impeach si Sara Duterte? Well, ang question nito is that yung timing kasi is that they're using the earliest possible time. So, ang ginawa nila, nag-impeach sila nung around March 2025. March 2025. And afterwards, nung natapos na yung 1-year ban, mag-i-impeach sila ulit to maximize the amount of times that they can file impeachment cases against Vice President Sara Duterte. Kasi siguro pag hindi gumana to, may impeachment ulit by 2027 if they were able to secure the amount of votes. So, speaking from the perspective of the admin, kasi syempre gusto talaga ma-impeach ng administration ngayon si Vice President Sara Duterte, ito yung pinaka-strategic na time nila as soon as possible kasi may hirapan sila kumuha ng boto pag palapit na ang 2028. So, yun lang yung perspective ko. It's not about what... Logically speaking, wala naman tayong ganito we should really not have these types of conversations during times of crisis. Pero ang liit na ng window of opportunity ng administration ngayon na para ma-impeach si Sara Duterte and ito na lang talaga yung possible time nila.
Yes.
So, tama ang timing for the BBM admin.
I mean, di naman tama yung timing kasi kahit ngayon may hirapan sila pero wala silang ibang timing kundi ito.
Well, ako naman, ang timing kasi walang timing dyan na for me, the Constitution is not suspended just because there's an energy crisis. So, basta may nakasalang na impeachment, kailangan tuloy yan. Hindi yan pwede masuspend, hindi yan tama o mali ang timing. Basta may impeachment, sabi ng Constitution, ituloy yan. Kahit nga gera Attorney Clint. The Constitution is not suspended. Article 11 is not suspended kahit na may gera. So yung energy crisis, hindi yung impeachment yung tiniming sa energy crisis Nobody could have foreseen na may energy crisis. Tapos kung hindi pinadismiss ni VP Sara yung impeachment last year, tapos na sana. So wala sanang Bakit ba inuuna yung impeachment? May energy crisis. Wala na sana ganung tanong eh. Kung tinapos na last year. Asan yung bloodbath? Last year. Last year pa hinihingi yan eh. Dapat tapos na yung impeachment. Last year pa lang. Acquitted or convicted, tapos na yan. So there should be no question sa timing. It's Sarah's fault.
Ngayon yung
Sarah's fault? Was it Sarah's fault?
It's VP Sarah's fault kasi nag-Supreme Court siya eh. Dapat pinatrial niya.
So you're saying also in effect that whoever decided in favor of Sarah is also wrong? Ganun? It's that...
Well, there was
The
no
people
decision last year.
yes.
But Chis Escudero definitely is wrong. Because he broke forthwith. Hindi niya sinunod ang constitutional command. Binali niya yun eh. Forthwith, dapat may trial. Dinelay niya. Delay.
kapag natuloy yung impeachment at umakyat sa Senado, anong tingin mo ang mangyayari? Siya ba'y makukonvict?
No, Kiko, first.
I mean, 16 votes. Hindi. 16 votes is an impossible number. From my current perspective right
From a
now.
political
At
perspective.
kahit naman tanggalin na yung mga ibang senators, kahit pakulong nila yung mga minority senators, he will still need the 16 votes. And it's not realistic.
Sino ba yung mga 16 votes na yan? Yung
Malabo. I agree. Malabo makuha yung
Malabo
16. Pero ito yung controversial na sasabihin ko. Bakit ang tagal ng warrants of arrest sa flood control sa 3 senador? Nagkakaarigluhan ba?
Correct.
Para sa impeachment? Baka. Ako, hindi ako magiging masaya na para lang ma-impeach si Sara, hindi ikukulong yung 3. Hindi! Kulong yan! Tapos kumpletuhin pa din yung 16 votes without the 3.
Pakipangalan yung 3.
Joel Chis Jinggoy. Chis Escudero, Senate President of the most corrupt budget. Eto, Martin Romualdez ang sasabihin. Sabihin mo, doon ako kay Chis Escudero, Senate President.
Correct.
Who's higher? Martin Romualdez o Chis Escudero? Chis Escudero, part siya ng BICAM eh.
Pero tandaan mo yung Congress, the House of Representatives holds the purse string.
Yes, pero ang problema naman natin, insertions. Ang problema kay Chis Escudero, never in history was there a Senate President who was part of the BICAM. He personally inserted in the most corrupt budget as the Senate President.
Parang you're saying that it shows his intention, why he joined.
Yes. There's no Senate President. Senate President, Tito Soto, Franklin Drilon. Sino pang Senate President on? Wala.
Pimentel.
Na part ng BICAM. Never.
Enrile.
Initsapuera ni Chis Escudero si Grace Poe. Sabi niya, okay, wag mo, don't mind this. I got this. Ako na bahala.
So Grace Poe wasn't there? She
No,
was.
she was sidelined.
Okay.
She's finance
She was
chair.
there, yes.
She's still finance chair. Pero yung active na talagang nag-insert is Chis. It's documented, by news reports.
So he was there for the insertions.
Yes, November 30, 2024, Bonifacio holiday. Holiday pero nagtatrabaho siya. Pumunta siya kay Martin
Masipag.
Romualdez at Zaldico, may CCTV sa batasan na pumunta si Chis Escudero. No Senate President has done that.
Kung Kiko, masipag pala talagang senador na buhay.
So
Masipag.
if I'm getting this correct,
Yes.
you believe that Chis there should also be imprisoned alongside Martin Romualdez?
Of course. Do you believe or not?
Well, it really depends kasi mostly nakafocus ako kay Martin Romualdez.
But I'm laying the evidence now to you that whatever you have against Martin Romualdez,
Is connected.
more guilty itong isa.
They're connected.
Kasi si Martin Romualdez hindi
Do you
siya
think they're
nakapirma.
connected?
I mean, Speaker Martin is Speaker.
May
Yes,
mayor.
I'll give you that. Zaldico, of course, Committee Chair, APRO. Pero si Speaker Martin, wala ang pangalan niya sa BICAM. If you say 2025 is the most corrupt budget, yung pangalan ni Chis nasa BICAM. Saan nangyayari ang insertions, Attorney Clint? We all heard it.
Yeah.
BICAM.
Yes.
Sino nasa BICAM? Walang Martin Romualdez there. Of course, baka dahil magaling siya.
Is it
Sabi niya,
because nag-layer? What do you think, Kiko? Nag-layer? What do you think?
Well, the problem...
Just your, just insights lang.
Yung big separation kasi between Chis Escudero and Martin Romualdez is that Chis is a opposition figure. Part siya ng hindi siya kasama ni Marcos. But Marcos, on the other hand, is first cousins with Romualdez. And that really puts things into perspective of how much power the administration has over the budget.
Yes.
Chis is opposition now, but he was not opposition before. You know anong big role ni Chis? Kaya sila vibes ni BBM? Hindi mo alam? Siya nag-fundraising. 500 million sa Cork Wine Bar. with Maynard Ngu.
Wow.
2022 elections. That's reported by Billionario. That's not me.
Oh, really?
That's reported. Cork Wine and Bar nag-fundraising 5 million per head. Bawat dadating sa Cork Wine and Bar magbibigay ng 5M para kay PBBM. And Sara, Uniteam yun ha. Uniteam campaign fundraising yun. And Chis
500
Escudero
million.
and Maynard Ngu ang nag-fundraise. Nasa balita yan.
For our viewers, who is Maynard Ngu?
Maynard Ngu is allegedly the bagman of Senator Chis Escudero. But outside of that, he's Cherry Mobile president, he's a special envoy before to somewhere, pero ngayon...
He's rich. Why
hindi
is he a
na.
bagman?
Oh, well, you have to ask him that, Attorney Clint.
Oh, I see. Oh, let's go back to the debate. Oh, guilty ba talaga si Sara? Dapat ba siyang iboto sa 2028? Kiko goes first.
Ako ulit. Okay, well, yung kung dapat o hindi dapat iboto, it's a democratic process. You can say that you're not supposed to vote for someone, but ultimately, it's up to the
What's your
citizens to
position?
decide.
Are you-
Siyempre, I'm voting for Sara.
Pareho tayo.
Duterte? Duterte.
Justice is coming! Justice is coming!
Your response,
No, I mean, I don't want to say guilty because I need a Senate trial. But what I can say is, probably, for the purposes of probable cause sa impeachment sa House, I think she should be impeached by the House and therefore should go to the Senate. Because yung evidence pa lang, the death threats alone, alisin natin ang confidential funds, alisin natin ang SALN, alisin natin ang bank records, alisin natin si Ramil Madriaga, based on the death threats alone. We all heard that. We all saw that. That's impeachable.
Maaari naman sabihin niya na she didn't mean it. Yung threat.
Hindi pwede kasi she was serious when she said that. No joke, no joke. Sabi niya, no joke, no joke.
Oh, Attorney Falsis, there's a question here. TNT podcast, bakit si Kiko na Barsaga ang napili ni Falsis? Bakit di siya nakidebate kay Attorney Libayan? Pinili mo ba? Ayaw ba kay Libayan?
Well, first of all, Attorney Libayan challenged me to a debate. Sabi ko, makipag-coordinate siya sa Billionaire News Channel. Ayaw niya. Kasi gusto niya sa channel niya. Ano ako? Tanga. Bakit ako pupunta sa channel niya at imomonetize niya pagkakakitaan niya ako? Punta ka dito kay Attorney
Oh,
Clint at
Attorney
Montulfo.
Libayan.
I-debate
We're
kita.
inviting you. We're
Lalamunin
inviting you.
kita.
Literal.
Lalamunin ko yung mga arguments mo kasi nakakasalita ka lang dahil channel mo yan.
Eh kung malaki sa kanya, paano na?
Ay, pass.
Pero sa billionaire naman, monetized din sila, di ba?
No,
So,
pero
to
syempre hindi naman siya pupunta sa Billionario and I understand that. So now I challenge you.
Oh, dito, hindi
This
kami
is a neutral
monetized.
this is a neutral platform. Pro Sara, anti Sara. Oh.
Oh, pro Sara ko, anti-Sara si Tito Mon.
Bakit si Kiko Barzaga, 'di ba? Na-explain ko kanina.
Yeah.
I challenge Guanzon, ayaw niya. Duwag siya. Kung Kiko nag-post, siya daw ang
Nag-offer.
substitute.
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah.
Eh si Congressman Kiko naman matapang yan.
Hindi to duwag aking congressman eh.
Kita mo yung naghamon ng ando siya, lumaban ng
Yeah, lumaban. Nahirapan siya doon, pero lumaban. Hindi to
Hindi kagaya nung
hindi to
naghamon ng
Hindi to flaker.
suntukan ng boxing, hindi sumipot.
Hindi sumipot.
Ay.
Ako, iba kami ng politika ni Kong Kiko,
Yeah.
but I have to say,
Yeah.
I really admire strong and brave
Yes.
brave people. Kahit si Attorney Topacio, you can tell Attorney Topacio, hindi niya ako kinamayan. Okay yun! Because he has the balls not to handshake me.
Yeah. Hindi plastic.
Oh, hindi plastic.
Sino si Attorney
Si
Topacio?
Yes.
Saan ba yun yung sa Billionaire News?
Opo. Inintroduce ako ni Attorney Jimmy. Sabi niya, I cannot shake hands with this guy because I have to stand by my principles. Sinabi ko sa kanya, then and there, I respect that, Attorney Topacio. And anyway, hindi ko naman binigay yung kamay ko.
That's very
Yeah,
good.
you respect him, but how do you rate him as a lawyer?
50-50. 50-50. Madami siyang pinanalo, sasabihin niya, madami siyang pinanalo. Pero madami din siyang talo eh.
Okay na yun eh.
50-50 ba talaga? 50-50
Would you
ba
want a
talaga?
lawyer na 50-50? Ang gusto mo 60-40.
Oo.
There's no lawyer na 100% Attorney Clint. Right?
Ano yung mga pinanalo
Hindi,
niya?
pero pag doble yung talent fee, pag 60-40, yung 50-50 na lang. Para makatipid pa.
Ikaw pro bono kasi yung mga tumutulong sa'yo eh.
Oh, eto another issue. makatarungan bang ilipad si Digong sa ICC or dapat dito lang siya nilitis? Kiko?
Ako lang muna.
Okay.
Would you like to go first?
Makatarungan ba? Medyo mahaba, if you will indulge me,
Sure.
right?
It's okay. We have plenty of
Because you asked me, Attorney Clint, you asked me last week, di ba?
Yeah,
Political persecution. So, with all due respect, Attorney Clint, we have to define political persecution. Political persecution, the only law defining it sa ating bansa is RA 9851 as well.
Yeah.
The act defining crimes against humanity. Persecution there is defined as the deprivation of fundamental rights contrary to law and based merely on political belief or identity. So just on that definition alone, President Duterte is not politically persecuted because he's not being prosecuted based on his political beliefs or his religious identity. He's being prosecuted because allegedly, and I believe the evidence says so, he killed or ordered the killings of 30,000 people. So that's extrajudicial
6,000
killings.
lang daw eh.
At sa akin, 30,000 yun. Siyempre, ano nila yun? Propaganda nila yun. Second, sorry, indulge me ha. Second, sabi mo, Attorney Clint, is we have a working justice system. Ang justice system, Tito Mon, Attorney Clint, Kong Kiko, it's not only the courts. Ang justice system natin is composed of 5 pillars.
Everything, yeah.
5 pillars. 2 P's, 3 C's. The police, the prosecutors, courts, correctional system, kulungan, and the community. Sa police, Attorney Clint, nag-fail ang justice system. Why? Sabi ni Attorney Chell na sa Supreme Court oral arguments yan, yung mga police blotter, copy-paste. Hindi nila nilalagay na extrajudicial killing or murder. Ang nilalagay nila, died of pneumonia. Yung autopsy reports, yung blotter. Yes, yung 10,000 at the minimum to 30,000, copy-paste yan. Pinesent yan ni Chel Jokno sa Supreme Court oral arguments. With all due respect to the Supreme Court, they haven't decided on it. Ang tagal na yan, yung oral arguments on the constitutionality of Oplan Tokhang. They haven't decided.
Died of pneumonia? Paano nabaril? Died of pneumonia?
Kahit na may gunshot, sabi ni Raquel Fortun, who is one of the most specialized in forensics analysts, Raquel Fortun, may gunshot, may bullet hole. Pero ang nakalagay sa cause of death, pneumonia. Hindi murder or hindi homicide. So, police template pa lang, Attorney Clint. Anong balik niyan kay President Duterte? It means hindi siya pwedeng ma-prosecute sa Pilipinas.
One second, Attorney Francis. Sumagot si Attorney Libayan, sabi niya. Sinungaling ko si Francis. Pumayag ako sa billionaire debate.
Kung pumayag ka sa billionaire debate, bakit hindi ka umuo sa coordinators namin? Bakit hindi ka umuo sa coordinators namin? Magpakita ka sa Abogado PH. Mag-debate tayo between Attorney Karen Jimeno and Attorney Mike Toledo. Go!
Dito na, Attorney Libayan.
Dito na! Punta kang Baguio, sagot ko sagot ko transpo mo. Kahit mahal ang gasolina ngayon. Galing Baguio, sagot kita.
Mahirap ba yan?
Hindi, pero sagot ko.
Mukhang yayamanin naman to si Attorney Libayan.
Ikaw kasi cloud chaser ka eh. Gustong-gusto mo ng debate. Ano bang pagdedebatihan natin? Mali ka naman sa ICC. Mali ka sa impeachment. Anyway, we're being distracted by that.
So, nag-umpisa yung kay Attorney Labayan, yung naging debate issues niya.
Hindi, kasi when I challenge Attorney Guanzon, nakisawsaw siya.
Okay.
Ba't ko naman siya i-engage kung hindi naman sa bilyonaryo na may formal debate? Gusto niya sa channel niya eh. Ba't sa channel niya? Tulungan ko pa siyang kumita. Anyway, yun lang yung to give Kong Kiko time.
Dapat si Kong Tito ang sasagot doon. Hindi mo siyang kadibati mo ngayon eh.
No, that's my main points, Attorney Clint. No,
Yes.
There's no political persecution. Our courts are working, but the entire justice system is not in terms of being able to prosecute Duterte because sa police pa lang na damage na yung evidence.
Well, I mean, all the arguments are valid. And even your definition under the law of persecution is correct. But at the end of the day,
Politika.
we know how the motivation went. I mean, the power displayed during that day, the day that he was sent to ICC, bang klase?
I can concede.
VIP treatment ang tapon sa kanya dun sa Hague.
I can concede that.
Kung Kiko na ako,
Kung Kiko naman.
Kasi we have to decide, we have to consider not just yung legal aspects nito, but also the effects of President Marcos arresting former President Duterte here. And kung ano naging mga consequences nito for the administration. So, from whose perspective are we asking kung tama ba ito? Hindi. From the administration's perspective, tama ba yung ginawa nila? Well, it's not in their best interest dahil nung nangyari sa midterm elections, two of their candidates actually went to Sara Duterte's side in order to win, Senator Amy Marcos and Camille Villar. So, ang nangyari is mga 5 lang sa pro-admin slate ang nanalo doon. And that's one of the worst performances in midterm, one of the worst midterm performances in the history of the Philippines for an administration slate. So, yung naging mga side effects nito, mas lumala yung sitwasyon nila Marcos noon after he arrested former President Duterte. And from his perspective, if he could go back to it now, then yes, siguro, maging mali. Ang
Mag-iiba yung decision niya. Mag-iba yung decision niya if in hindsight.
In hindsight, tama. Hindi talaga nakatulong sa kanya yung pag-arrest kay former President Duterte and it just made the conflict even worse.
Yeah.
Doesn't that show hindi siya politiko na who cares about self-interest? Ang tinitingnan niya kung ano yung tama. Kasi syempre, the DDS will disagree. But
Does not follow.
Hindi. Yung sinasabi mo kasi, Attorney Clint, na grabe yung nangyari nung araw na yun. Sinabi ko nga sa'yo last week, for me, that's a display of political will. To implement an ICC warrant.
You know, the display of political will should not be subjective. It should be on everything. On everybody. Ito nga ang flood control. Hanggang ngayon, walang VIP treatment sa kaso. Talagang mukhang VIP treatment ang VIP treatment ang akusado.
Ang flood control kasi, Attorney Clint, plunder, graft, etc. So those are criminal laws, di ba? Ang crimes against humanity, different din. Wala naman kasing ibang tao sa Pilipinas maliban kay Bato at Bongo na pwedeng akusahan ng crimes against humanity. So kung special yung treatment kay Duterte nun, baka dahil special criminal siya.
Sige, I'll give you that. Pero,
with your indulgence.
Yes, sir, with that indulgence. Eto, tumanggap ng hamon si Attorney Libayan. Anywhere, anytime daw. O, eto na, dito na kami sa TNT.
Go!
Yun, go ha.
Hindi ko nasagot yung transpo mo. May pang-transpo ka ha.
Here's a question from the viewers to be answered by Kong Kiko and Attorney Jess. Are you in favor of Sara Duterte to waive her bank account? Secrecy of bank deposits. Kong Kiko, what do you think? Should she waive her bank deposits?
Well, yes, if it's applicable to all politicians, then yes. Pero hindi naman pwedeng dahil ang opposition figure si Sara, siya lang yung mag-waive ng bank deposits.
Not targeted.
Because we also have to get that from Romualdez.
Yeah, but the other politicians are not in the dock then.
You know?
They're not being
Wala
they're
impeachment.
not facing, impeachment.
Yun nga, VIP treatment, yung akusado na iba. Duterte, medyo mainit
Pero I agree with you Ako kung senador ako or congressman, ewan ko kung may bill ka na kung Kiko, I would abolish bank secrecy for public officials. Dapat walang bank secrecy. Automatic yan. Dapat pwedeng kunin anytime, anywhere.
Tumpak ka dyan, I agree.
Any politician. From president to
Any
barangay.
government official, para wala nang
Yes. Kasi what is the SALN for? Attorney Clint, ang SALN okay yan. Hindi ko sinasabing walang kwenta. Pero to complement the SALN requirement, kailangan yung bank secrecy, wala yan for public officials. Para mabangga mo kaagad yung bank account tsaka yung SALN.
Yung mga declaration yan ang mga panahon na hindi ka talaga mananalo sa politika. Walang tutulong sa iyo ng politiko.
Pero
Wala
halos lahat ng
mag-waive
tao,
ba?
halos lahat ng tao gusto yan. Abolish bank secrecy.
Ipakita na ang gusto ng tao, di ba?
Kung Kiko, pag nag-file ka ng bill, ako nagbigay sa'yo ng idea.
I think sa akin ang ginawa ko is yung travel transparency Para wala tayong maging similar issues regarding yung katulad yung kay Zaldi ko na...
Explain, what's that? What's traffic?
Travel transparency.
Travel transparency.
Every time they, sitting member of the House of Representatives would want to go out. Actually, yung first na ginawa ko for House of Representatives, but I plan to expand it to all national government officials. Every time they plan to go out of the country, they will have to publicly disclose it.
But don't they file already a travel authority? Don't they apply for a travel authority?
For a public official,
So,
you need to...
medyo may transparency na doon. What does your bill add to that?
To some degree, it has to be some form of public announcement.
Where you will go.
And where you will go and how long you will be going there. And ang una kong ginawa is, I will test it first in the House of Representatives, where the House would announce every time a member of the House would be leaving the country. And
What
for
do you
how
think?
long
Will
they
it
would
pass?
be.
Will it pass?
My question to you naman is, what about security issues? For example, ikaw, mag-travel ka. Baka may security issues kasi malalaman ng whoever.
Not on a particular date,
itinerary mo.
Flight details not to be disclosed.
Give me some if someone wants to kill me outside the country, kaya din nila yan.
Ako, I support that.
Konting-konti lang yung mga bansa na mas malala pa yung security issue kaysa dito. So kung hindi nila ako kayang patiin dito at kaya nila akong patiin in like Japan or Singapore, then good luck. It's much harder to do that there.
But you know, instead of travel transparency, travel ban. Energy crisis eh. Senator Marcoleta nasa Japan nung Holy Week.
May
Dapat hindi siya
tanong
umalis.
si Professor Cielo Magno. Masosolve ba ang energy crisis kung di i-impeach si Sara
Oh,
Duterte?
Chelo Magno wants to answer first.
Yes.
Ako na.
Page?
Kung
Professor Chelo, good afternoon.
kung isususpend natin ang impeachment, hindi natin ni-impeach si VP Sara, unity tayo, nandyan pa din ang energy crisis. Walang kinalaman, irrelevant, non-sequitur. It doesn't follow. Kasi si Trump lang ang pwedeng mag-solve ng energy crisis dahil napaka-crazy niya to start the Iran war. Only he can end it.
O, President Trump, dinamon kayo ng debate rito.
Okay, I actually agree on that point. It's inconsequential to the energy crisis because wala talaga tayong magagawa dyan. And even if nag-unite pa lahat ng camps, the Duterte camp, pinks, yellows,
The
reds,
crisis will be there.
the crisis will still be there.
So okay lang mag-proceed ang impeachment kahit may energy crisis.
I mean, proceed naman yun kahit walang energy crisis.
No, I mean you. Do you
support?
support the impeachment proceeding kahit may energy crisis?
No. I do not support impeachment proceedings whether or not there is an energy crisis because there's a current crisis right now that's not just an energy
Should be
but an
addressed.
economic crisis bago pa nagkaroon ng energy crisis.
There was already an
Yeah,
economic
there's already
crisis before
an
the energy
economic and
crisis.
corruption
Yes.
crisis. And ang sinasabi naman ng mga tao, Congress can multitask and they can focus on both the impeachment and the energy
I
crisis.
agree.
Kahit nga single focus sila sa energy crisis, I don't think they'll be able to solve it because
Yes.
it is a very, very deep issue. And yung
So you don't
disagreement ko naman-
support impeachment but you agree that it doesn't follow. Kahit na hindi mag-impeach, walang magagawa yan sa energy crisis. Meaning iba yung problema ng energy crisis and corruption crisis. Yung tanong ni Prof. Cielo na masosolve ba ang energy crisis kung hindi natin itutuloy ang impeachment?
the solution to the energy crisis was solving the previous corruption crisis. And nagkaroon tayo ng massive flood control issues yung kay Romualdez and everything. And from there, it already put us in a position that we can no longer solve any crisis from outside of our country.
Unless we solve that first.
Unless we solve that first. But then, the window of opportunity for solving the flood control, wala pa rin nakulong until now. It's already too late for that.
May isa lang.
Sino?
Bong Revilla. Kaso hindi nakaupo.
Siya yung
Na
nasampol.
Senator Kawawa. Grabe.
Oh, naawa ka talaga?
Hindi.
Totoo lang, naawa ka talaga
Hindi
kay
ako
Bong
nakakaawa.
Revilla.
Papalabanan siya. Hindi, nakakaawa. Taong bayan. Kasi, nasa na yung ibang hinahanap natin?
Correct.
Bakit siya lang?
Oo, nananawagan po kami sa inyo.
Sino yung
Yung mga kasama dyan, isabay nyo na.
sino yung dapat isabay natin?
Ayun, Cheese, Joel, Jinggoy. Yun ang top 3.
There's a question here.
Hindi ko pa nasasagot yung previous question.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Medyo na off topic
Kung
tayo.
iko muna.
But yung only
Sorry.
disagreement ko dun is that yung part where Trump can end the crisis. I think
You agree or disagree?
I disagree there. The situation in Iran is far too big for Trump to be able to easily be able to end it. Kasi
But do you agree na he caused it?
Yes, he definitely caused it. We were fine before he
waged war.
I mean, technically, he didn't wage war. He just killed their leader. And yun, actually, mas malala pa nga.
If you kill our president, that's like a declaration of war.
That's actually true.
Parang pinasukan ni Trump na hindi niya nahihirapan siyang labasan.
Yeah. I think he overextended the situation.
Okay, yung umpisa pero
Matanda na kasi si Trump eh. Matanda na si Trump
Hindi,
eh.
parang inisip niya, parang magiging Venezuela yun. Nung papatiin lang yung
Mayroon
leader,
kasi
magkakaroon
labasan.
ng regime change, magkakaroon ng people power, papalitan yun.
Swift lang operation.
But now, we're expecting, actually, they have a proposed 1.5 trillion budget in the U.S. Congress, in the U.S. legislative branch. So, we're expecting this could last years, maybe.
Oh yeah. Because Iran is a civilization. It has prepared for this kind of thing.
I pray for this nation. Wag naman years kasi we cannot afford it. The Philippines cannot afford it. Di kaya. But I read somewhere that BBM negotiated a deal with Iran that to let the ships of the Philippines pass through. Is that true?
Yes, but kasi we have good history with Iran.
Yeah, that's
Despite
true.
being US allies.
Good diplomacy.
Good yung diplomacy natin with Iran. Ang problema lang is that fuel prices are also based on global prices. So kung sakaling maging okay tayo dito, we still have to consider the whole global situation.
Kahit
Kung-
makalusot.
I'm not sure if kung hindi dadaan sa Singapore yung importation of fuels, kung diretso lang sa Pilipinas, parang walang middleman, di ba?
Ah.
That's why I was wondering when BBM said that he was able to cut a deal with Iran, diretso na ba yun sa Pilipinas o dadaan pa? Kasi pag dumaan pa ng Singapore yan, global prices talaga yan. Pero kung diretso na sa atin and utilize the refinery of Petron, well, you know,
The devil is in the
would
details.
be. Yeah, that's the
Is
Yung
BBM handling the crisis, energy crisis, well?
well, yeah.
Oh.
So what do you think?
Mauna siya. Paborito niya yan.
Actually, yung previous statement, this is also an expansion of the previous issue na meron tayong deal with Iran. We already have things we agreed on. Pero kung sakaling lumala yung issue sa Iran, posibleng i-alter nila yung terms of the deal. And they would demand more and more, or they would expect more and more from the people that they had from the states they had agreements with. And that might necessitate some form of decreased diplomacy with the US. At kung sakaling mapunta tayo sa ganung sitwasyon, the deal will just get worse as the war worsens there. And secondly, yung naging response ni President Marcos, there's no... How exactly do we grade that? Like, paano natin i-grade yung administration's response to this? Because it's the first time we're seeing this type of
I think
energy
best way
crisis.
the benchmark would be the fuel prices.
Well, yung
Would be-
tatay niya kasi pinagdaanan naman to noon eh.
Yeah.
Dapat he foresaw history. Kasi pagka panalo pa lang niya, may Ukraine war.
You mean,
Di ba?
hindi siya nagbabasa ng history?
Ayun ang problema.
Ikaw nagsabi nun.
He might be reading history, just not as much as we should expect from a president.
Hindi, ganito layuan pa na. Ay, lapitan na natin, wag muna yung kay sa tatay niya. Pagka panalo niya, pangyari lang ng Ukraine war. VP Lenny din was running. Sinasabi niya yung mga plano niya kung siya mananalong presidente. President Duterte, bago siya umalis, sinabi, wala tayong magagawa, may gera, gano'n, tumataas yung presyo, etc. Dapat, nung nanalo si BBM, nakita niya, what if meron pang Ukraine war, tumagal?
So, hindi naganda.
What if may iba pang war?
Hindi naganda.
Dapat yung reserve, yun yung number one talaga eh. Dapat nag-imbak tayo ng petroleum reserve. Noon pa. Kasi Ukraine war, you could have foresaw that eh. Yung, wala naman makakapag-foresee na, baliw si Trump, mag-i-Iran war. I could give BBM that. Pero, the fact na may Ukraine war, dapat nakita mo, pwede mag-disruption ang oil supply.
So wala ang priorities niya, hindi kasama yung management
Hindi siya
of a
visionary.
crisis,
No, definitely, he doesn't have the foresight. Pero, in fairness naman sa administration, reaction-wise, which is bad, no? Kasi reactive ka na. But reaction-wise, at least now, it is doing its best.
Yeah, if they cut a deal with Iran, that's good news for us. But
In fairness,
again, the devil is in the details.
Hindi kaya magiging paraya naman tayo sa ibang community of nations?
No,
Dahil,
I think all the Southeast Asian nations are trying to cut a deal with Iran.
yes.
I
And-
mean,
And in fairness sa BBM admin, no, ako, regardless, yung DFA, ang galing. Kasi we are the second ASEAN country to do it after Malaysia. So, kudos to them for cutting a direct
for the
deal.
country, beyond politics, for the country, the people are suffering. It's very, very hard. We cannot continue on a crisis.
Proactive, palpak si BBM. Reactive, okay.
Pero also regarding the becoming a pariah to other nations, I think the international community already understands na ngayon it's practically every country for themselves.
Oh, yes.
Especially
Which is
East Asia, Australia, we have to kailangan talaga na yung East Asia and yung Australia, kailangan talaga nila yung supply routes of oil there. The fuel crisis now.
Each country. So, secure your own supply.
Everyone will be fighting
ito
for
daw,
themselves.
mga viewers, bakit nawala tayong debate? Meron nga debate. Ito, tanungin ko na lang, dapat ba masuspinde? I'll give you a chance to respond, Attorney Jess. Dapat ba isuspende si Kiko Barsaga for the second time? Kiko,
Third time?
You're serving the second time, and whatever, what if pag sa third time pa, second time pa lang, tama ba na nasuspindi ka?
on what grounds?
And then, Attorney Jess can respond.
Tama ba or hindi?
Oo, tama ba na sinuspindi ka?
Well, tama yan kung isuspend din nila lahat ng mga ibang congressman na sangkot sa korupsyon and like kahit yung mga ibang issues lang, yung like kung sinasabing kay Richard Gomez yung assault issue niya.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is actually a very
Yeah.
yung
Double
sa-
standards.
Nga pala,
yung sa Southeast Asia, yung sa SEA Games.
Yung tanong ko,
Oh.
bakit ka pala hindi siya nasuspendiro?
Walang nag-file ng
yan
case
ang-
regarding dun.
Yan ang magandang tanong. Oo.
Tingnan mo ito.
And sobrang hirap din ng
Yun nga ang
suspension
double
cases sa
standard na
Congress.
pinag-uusapan. But that's what King Kong Kiko is saying.
Kasi kailangan 2/3.
Oh.
2/3 of votes. And that's a very hard number to get.
2/3 to expel.
To suspend.
To suspend.
Grabe, no?
Expel,
2/3.
same yun. Pero yung sa expulsion, it's a much more severe case. So, mas
So kung Kiko,
ma-elevate pa sa
2/3
ethics
of
committee and
Congress
to be.
basically want you suspended. Ganon. Grabe. no?
2/3 galit sa'yo.
Oo. I'll give Attorney Jess
So
a
mga
chance to respond.
210 congressman yun. Out of the 300
Yeah.
plus.
Ang dami.
mga
Attorney
200.
Jess, tama ba yun? Makatarungan ba yan?
No,
Hindi.
212.
Ito naman with all due
About
respect to Kong
316
Kiko.
ngayon.
Again, I admire you for coming here to debate.
thank you.
And with all due respect, so this is just my personal view, diba? Under the Constitution, the power to suspend or expel is based on whether or not you committed disorderly conduct. Yun yung constitutional basis.
Did he commit disorderly conduct?
Yes, nung first suspension, especially. With all due respect to Kong Kiko,
Unahin, sabihin mo nga kung ano
he
yung mga
bothered
ginawa niya.
Kong Garin. Diba? Of course, perspective mo yan, Kong Kiko, you can explain in a while. Pero nag-ano siya, video or selfie sa loob, diba? Tapos he was getting into the faces. Hindi ito yung basis ng ethics committee, pero sa akin, if I were a congressman, ito yung basis ko. Is being disruptive inside the halls of Congress. Sa mukha ni Kong Garin, sa mukha ni Sandro Marcos, at saka yung isa pang ibang senador doon, yung moment na yun, yung araw na yun, that's one example. Yung social media post naman ni Kong Kiko, for the second suspension, I think, kasi dinilit mo yung mga social media post mo after the first suspension. Yung first suspension covered his social media. He argues, before pa ako naging congressman yan, pero sinuspend niyo ako. Ako naman, ang tanong ko kay Kong Kiko, bakit mo dinilit? Essentially, you admitted na mali yung post mo. You can answer that in a while. But yung sa second suspension, yung kay Kong Akop na post ni Kong Kiko, that's totally out of line. Kapwa NUP member niya.
Hindi
I
na
don't know if you remember yung post mo kay Kong Akop.
I was longer NUP by that time.
I know, but you're still a congressman. So, ang dating sa congressman, parang hindi conduct unbecoming of a congressman to say that to a recently deceased congressman. So,
Sige, I'll give
yun
him
yung
a
points
chance to
ko.
respond.
Yes.
Okay, Kong Kiko, what do you think?
Well, firstly, I'm
Respond to
not the only one who said that. Millions of people were celebrating his death.
That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate in the sense not for him. But
So, pag
for
namatay si
us to
Duterte,
reach
can I
this point.
celebrate Duterte's death? You should not
that's-
bash me. Pag ako nag-celebrate ng pagkamatay ni Duterte, ibabash mo ako, ikaw, sinelebrate mo si Kong Akop.
I didn't bash anyone for celebrating
No.
any deaths regarding
I'm
that.
saying in advance. So if that's your standard, then in the future, pag namatay si Duterte and I celebrate that the murderer who killed 30,000 people is now dead, you will support me.
I will not support you.
Oh, definitely. You
But at the
see?
same time, I will bash you, but I will not file a case against you regarding
No,
that.
that's double standard. You see, you should not be suspended because of your post against Kong Akop. And you're saying, mali ako because if I will celebrate Duterte's death.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong for that.
Should we agree that it is wrong to celebrate anyone's death?
No.
So yun, that's the debate. So we
I'm not
agree to
saying you're wrong
disagree.
for that. I'm saying I do not support that. From a subjective perspective, I will not support that. But from an objective perspective, you are free to say that as much as you want.
That's tautological. Of course, I'm free to say that because it's my freedom of speech. That's not the question of the...
Yes, but then a congressman does not forfeit any form of freedom of speech when he assumes office in the House of Representatives. So the same freedom of speech that is given to a normal citizen must also be applied to a member of the House of Representatives.
But isn't your freedom of
because we're
speech more
subjected to the same laws.
limited than a normal person's? Because you're a congressman, may code of ethics, may code of conduct against public officers.
Yeah, it's limited in the sense that if you get over 200, if you get the 2/3 vote, you can suspend or expel a congressman.
Based on what the congressmen deem is their standard of disorderly conduct. Correct. So there are limitations on your freedom of speech as a congressman.
is yung...
But it's
what
not
was,
limitation in the freedom of speech in a
Is
legal sense or in a...
his constitutional right to freedom of speech curtailed as a congressman?
I don't think so. It's just that it's a political exercise. For me, it's a political
Yeah,
exercise on the part of Congress when they decided on Kong Barsaga. It was their
Discretion.
their discretion. So, but totally, freedom of speech is there. But if they deem that it's disorderly, the House has the who makes their own rules can rule disorderly behavior.
Ako,
against
barangay kagawad
Kong
ako
Kiko.
sa Quezon City. Bawal ang bastos sa amin. Kaya si Bong Suntay, pinagalitan niya ni Mayor Joy. So limited ang speech talaga ng public officers because we are held to a higher standard. So, based on your question, Tito Mon, my answer to that is yes. Freedom of speech, as a general rule, is protected, but it has constitutional limits. One of that was breached by Kong Kiko.
May tanong dito from Meeps 3528.
2-8.
Congressman Meow Meow, papatol ka ba ng mag-boxing match kay Attorney Francis?
Ano na lang? Cat fight.
I mean, okay lang. It's for fun, boxing.
For fun, okay si Kong Meow Meow.
Tapos set lang ng daytime.
Yeah.
Anong way?
Ako, I'm not a boxer eh. I'm not a boxer, so...
Catfight ang gusto.
Pwede.
Meow fights.
Meow Meow fights lang.
Alam mo, paminsan we get stupid questions from our from our listeners. Di ba? Sa totoo lang. Yan ang kuha natin eh. That's our commentary of our of how low we've gotten.
That's democracy.
Yeah.
Oh, the internet.
It's democracy.
VP is applying as president, is running to run as president in 2028. Kung Meow Meow Kiko, ikaw ba if may nag-a-apply na work sa'yo at alam mong may bad record yung applicant, can I read it again, please?
Huh?
Can I go back that? Can you go back to the question again? Question to Kong Kiko
Isa pa.
Barsaga.
Back.
One more back, please. From J. Docus. One more, please.
Previous.
Previous question, please.
Technical difficulties.
We will get back to that question later.
Asan ba yun?
Go, Attorney Falsis, oh. Question to Kong Kiko, are you in favor for Saturday the 3rd? Okay, you've answered this already.
Nasagot na yan.
Yan ba? Hindi, kanina yan.
Kanina pa
Yeah,
yan.
yeah.
Oo.
Oh.
Ayun.
Are you running for senator in 2028?
Hindi,
Kong Kiko?
27 lang ako. So kung sakaling... pag nabago yung constitution, then yes, of
why not,
course.
right?
Oh.
So why not?
Attorney Falsis, again, you agree that dapat lang isuspindi si Kiko Barsaga? Yes?
With all due respect,
Yes or no lang?
Hindi. Wait, I have to expand, Attorney Clint. With all due respect, Kong Kiko, I think you should be expelled. With all due respect.
Oh, do you
Yes.
agree? Kong Kiko,
I
you should
mean,
be expelled?
It depends on the voting.
Yeah, it depends on the voting. Because I would love to hear your explanation on your allegations against the 30 plus NUP members that they were allegedly bribed to vote for Speaker Romualdez.
I think there's a court case already on that.
Oh,
Sub judice na.
It's better
Sub judice na.
It's
Oh.
better to explain
But that's
it
one
in
of the
court.
basis, That's one of the basis for his suspension.
I think that will be discussed already.
No, but then how would it work if I were to be able to prove that in court? Eh di, magiging mali na yung basis nila from the start.
Well, then you can, slap them with the court decision.
Ayun.
But I doubt it, I doubt that you can prove that he is wrong. The other guy you're fighting is wrong.
Well, I have pictures.
Why do you have pictures?
He was there.
Why do you have pictures? Kasi NUP ka. Kasi NUP si dad mo.
I was NEP at that time.
Oh, so are you saying your dad was bribed? You were bribed.
No, my dad was not.
No.
For Speaker Romualdez, I was not there because my pictures were from the 2025 campaign.
Yes, so ang tanong ko lang,
I was not
sinasabi
running
mo,
for Congress during
NUP
that time.
members were bribed to vote for Speaker Martin. NUP yung tatay mo noon, NUP ka. So kayo ba ay inimbitahan to go to Soler?
That was referencing the 2025 election for speaker, not the 2022 election for speaker, as I was not congressman at that time.
Yes, kaya nga ako ina-expand ko yung tanong eh. Si Kong P, di ba, na-bribe din noon to vote for Speaker Martin as early as 2022.
That'll be settled in court.
Right against self-incrimination.
Pero yung regarding yung kay Speaker Romualdez in the 2022 case, that's secret lang natin yung sa ganun muna. Because actually, Attorney Aranas would be helping me with that case.
Okay. Well, ako naman, hindi kasi ako part ng case mo. That's why, sa akin, hindi sub judice. Attorney Clint knows, hindi applicable ang sub judice sa akin.
But will be,
I'm not a party to the case.
Maybe
But I respect your
but
claim.
yung original
Sub
na
judice.
gagamitin namin is yung from the 2025 elections and the illegal lobbying that was used there.
Yes, pero ako kasi ang concern ko for you, Kong Kiko, lahat ng mga ibabato mo, ibabalik sa family mo. Lahat ng binabato mo, babalik sa family mo.
I mean, that's fine.
Then you admit that
If
your
I'm-
family,
If I'm
your
corrupt,
political
then I
dynasty.
deserve to be in prison as well. But I'm going down with everyone else in the National
Sabi mo kay
Unity
Jessica
Party.
Soho, tinanong ka ni Jessica Soho, malinis ka ba, Kong Kiko? Ang sabi mo,
We
wala
will
pa akong
see.
kaso. Hindi, sabi mo wala pa akong kaso. A true innocent person would have said, yes, malinis ako. Ako, tanong mo ko, Attorney Clint, sa barangay, malinis ba ako? Yes! Wala kaming SOP doon.
Yes, but like everyone you ask, kung tatanungin mo si
So,
Martin
malinis
Romualdez,
ka ba? No, malinis ka
tatanungin mo
ba?
si Martin Romualdez kung malinis siya, anong sasabihin niya? Yes, but we all know he's not clean.
No, but your
We all
answer is
know
different.
He's corrupt.
But your answer is different eh. Kay Jessica Soho, you didn't deny. You didn't say malinis ka. I'm asking you again now, malinis ka ba?
We will see.
Nung counselor ka? Nung bukal ka? At ngayong congressman ka, malinis ka ba?
We will see regarding that because clean and perfectly legal are both completely separate things. There are people who can act within the bounds of the law that can also be at the same time corrupt. And there are people who are good.
In other
So
words,
you mean-
malinis.
can be
So you
imprisoned
mean
for...
you accept money but legally? Parang Marcoleta.
I'm not saying that.
No,
for
sinasabi mo hindi ka
example-
nagnakaw. Nagnakaw ka, yes or no?
If we look at
Magnanakaw ka, yes or no?
if we look at South Africa in the apartheid regime that Nelson Mandela was against, he was imprisoned for 27 years regarding that, right? So
It's a simple
from that
question for me.
perspective-
May SOP ka ba? Or nagnakaw ka nung counselor ka ng DASMA?
From that perspective,
Ngayong congressman ka, magnanakaw ka o hindi?
from that perspective, the law can be applied to good people where they can be guilty even though they are innocent. And at the same aspect, innocent people can be, guilty people can be claimed as innocent. Like for example, Martin Romualdez, he was responsible for the flood control issues, yet there's no case
That's a
against him.
complicated answer for a very simple question. Naging magnanakaw ka ba ever?
Asking someone whether or not they have stolen is not a simple question because stealing and theft in politics is already a very
It's
complicated
a simple
aspect.
question. Tanong mo ko, Tito Mon, may ninakaw ba ako sa barangay na funds?
Wala ka
namin?
naman mananakaw sa kagawad eh.
Hindi! May SOP! May extortion sa iba. Sa ibang barangay may SOP.
Attorney Palsis, may contractor ba sa...
May kapitan tractor.
May kapitan tractor ba sa
barangay
laging handa?
Hindi sa laging handa. Sa buong QC meron.
Kasi,
Tsaka yung pagpipirma ka, I'll tell you this ha, kasi ako I have experience in the barangay. To sign a barangay resolution exempting from the zoning ordinances, may SOP yan. Sa ibang barangay. Sa amin wala.
Magkano ang SOP sa ibang barangay?
Depends on the project. Kung kondo ang itatayo mo, on the rest
Can range from what amount to what amount?
50,000, 100,000, 1 million.
Wow.
Yes. So,
dito,
ang tanong ko yun,
Merong,
May tanong si-
may comment. Hello, sir, ma'am. I'm a moderator for Attorney Randy Randolph Libayan. Ba, yung, ano ba yung, kung ano yan, na sabi niya, ina-accept ka daw yung debate.
ay kanina pa natin sinagot yan eh. We'll set it in a different day. They should stop trying to hijack this episode.
Pwede ba yung nagtatanong na kuminsan na makinig kayo, ha? Huwag yung mga, you repeat questions. Stupid.
Hindi ba mo, kakarating lang nila sa... They just tune into the live right now.
From Professor Chelo Magno. Ang panalangin ko, humaba pa ang buhay ni Duterte. Longer than Juan Ponce Enrile.
Amen.
Oh,
I agree
amen
with
daw. We all
Tomorrow,
agree, ha?
birthdays to
We
President
all agree.
Duterte
We all agree.
in the ICC.
As a friend, yeah. Kahit si Tito Mon. You agree, Tito Mon? Humaba pa ang buhay, yes.
Oh,
We want that.
Oh. Pero si Digong, if I knew him, may death wish siya nung araw pa eh.
Oo.
Wala siyang pakialam kung mamatay siya anytime.
Lalaki.
He's a fatalist, I would say.
Parang si Kong Kiko.
No, I mean,
Walang takot.
Lahat naman ng tao ganun eh, because we all acknowledge the fact that we all die. Some people are just lying to themselves. But alam naman natin lahat mamamatay tayo. And 1 year or 100 years, it's all practically the same in relation to the universe.
Very deep.
You apologized publicly to Enrique Razon in this program before.
Oh,
Tinanggap ba yung apology mo?
I haven't really heard from him.
No response.
No response.
Yeah. There's another question. Why do you support Sara Duterte's presidency for the two guys?
Sino muna? Well,
Yeah.
mukha ako lang yung sasagot niyan.
Hindi. Ako na mauna. I don't support Sara because magnanakaw siya. Tamad. Lakwachera. Lustay. May sayad. Diba?
Hindi, ang tanong is, why do you support?
Hindi. Doon nga ako sa kabila eh. I don't.
So in other words, galit ka sa magnanakaw.
Sa lahat ng sinabi ko, ito lang, Attorney Clint. Trump put us in this position because he's crazy and unhinged. Pag si Sarang nanalo, we won't have stability. We won't have stability. She'll also be crazy.
Explain. Bakit?
Foreign relations, domestic policy, by impulse ang gagawin niya. Kung pikon siya, kung galit siya, kung emotional siya, kung ano yung feel niya, yun ang gagawin niya. So walang rhyme or reason sa mga magiging policies niya. She's gonna be more vindictive. Tingnan mo yung mga DDS, anong pinagsasabi sa aming mga kakamping? Maghanda na kayo, tatakbo si Sara. Gantihan mo yan, Sara. Balikan mo yan sa 2028.
I mean, if that's what the people
vindictive.
want.
That's people like you, not people like me.
You know, it's a sad commentary, if I may say so. Sad commentary of the people's intelligence. Pero mong kay Sara Duterte kakampi, may sayad nga. You know, may sayad, kawatan.
Nabuang nagyud.
In fairness naman kay Sara,
Okay, sige, sige.
hindi naman natin alam kung anong gagawin niya because to be honest, nakikita natin yung side ni Sara na mainitin ang ulo and everything. I'm sure there's also that good side of a motherly side, diba? She's also a mother.
She's a very nice person.
And she's also a nice person. Na-experience kasi na mga kaibigan ni Sara, mabait din si Sara. Sa mga kalaban niya, medyo matapang siya. Aren't we all? Lalo na ikaw, Tito Mon. Matapang na tao to si Tito Mon.
Hindi naman.
Pagkalaban mo,
Atapang
ka.
Atapang na
So,
tao.
I think yun lang perception. Yun lang napipick up ng mga tao. Pero, I'm sure, and kaya nga, nananawagan ako, VP Sara, dahil ako supporter mo, kumuha ka na ng certificate of sanity from a
Oh my God!
from a psychiatrist para to be the end all and the be all and the end all that will end the debate kung may side siya wala because Miriam Santiago had to get that too. Why not? Why
Kailangan
not?
yun eh.
Yeah.
Because
Because people are saying
people are
luka-luka.
expected to be sane until they are proven insane, not the other way around.
That for me, I will get that because I am sure she is not insane. So I am sure she can get the certificate.
But did you know Miriam Defensor Santiago obtained a certificate of
Yes.
sanity? Do you know? Now you know. She did. She admitted it. She admitted it. And pinapresent niya yan sa mga law students niya noon. Sino dito ang may certificate of sanity? No one. Ako, meron.
Oh, di ba? Because it's always an issue for the people against Sara Duterte na luka-luka, baliw, and whatnot. So the best way is really to get a certificate that I'm not baliw, luka-luka. I am sane and I am...
ang tanong
Kasi
ko,
mental capacity is important to run for president.
Tanong ko sa dalawa. Anong tingin nyo sa mental...
Wait, teka lang, hindi pa nasasagot.
Hindi pa nasasagot ni
Okay.
Kong Kiko yung side niya. Why do you support
Wait,
Sara?
go ahead.
break pagkatapos mag...
Of course.
Kailangan ko na mag-CR. Okay.
So,
So,
we'll take a break after this.
regarding kay VP Sara, as I've always stated, yung pinaka main issue is that she is an anti-corruption figure. She's the first one to name Martin Romualdez and President Marcos. Kaya, doon pa lang, siya lang yung hindi takot kay Martin Romualdez, and that type of bravery is commendable. And tingnan mo yung nangyari. Nag-flood control, Martin Romualdez, all fingers point to him. And this is
And there's no case
the type
against
of
him.
leaders we need. Hindi yung mga takot lang yung mga general anti-corruption stance. No, we need people who are clearly capable of pointing to where the source of the problems are. Oh, wait lang, kailangan mag-CR.
Yeah. Break.
Okay.
Attorney Falsis, will you support Lenny if endorsed by BBM?
No, of course not. BBM
Why?
should never endorse Lenny. What for? What for? Lenny can win on her own merit. She doesn't need
Why don't
endorsement
you
of
like a BBM endorsement?
But that's a kiss of death. That's a kiss of death. Ako sa mga loyalista and I support Filipino people, no? DDS ka man, Marcos loyalists, etc. But speaking to the Marcos loyalists, BBM doesn't need to endorse VP Lenny. If you believe in VP Lenny, if you hate Sara Duterte, being a Marcos loyalist, then you vote for Lenny. Otherwise, you get Sara Duterte. So, yun lang. BBM doesn't need to endorse. Bakit pa, sir? Lenny naman is good governance, masipag, hindi lakwatsera, hindi magnanakaw, walang confidential funds, hindi baliw, tulad ni Sara. The contrast is clear.
Baliw. Anong
Ang question, moving average, ano yan? 20, 30,
Parang
34?
nagkakaroon ng technical difficulties. Wait, ako din ba sasagot?
Sige.
Kasi nakalagay, attorney Falsis lang eh.
Yeah.
Hindi, if you want.
You,
Sure.
you think if BBM will support Lenny, will she win? Because she lost the last time.
I think she'll lose again, actually. And yung kay Lenny kasi, I've met both Vice President Sara Duterte and I've met Lenny Robredo when she was Vice President at the time. And I'd still prefer to choose Vice President Sara Duterte. She's just, mas ano siya eh. She's more reasonable to talk to.
Really?
What's unreasonable about Lenny? What's
Which
not
one?
reasonable about Lenny?
She does not have the same form of logic as Vice President Sara Duterte from what I've observed. And that's
Oh,
based on personal
that
observation.
goes against the...
as someone that
Oo.
has met them both.
goes against
they're
the
both
mindset na
lawyers.
luka-luka si Sarah.
Oh, well, we have a fundamental disagreement there. Kasi anong logic ni Sara? Plan A, Plan B, Plan C, yung sobrang bagal niya, magsalita parang grade 5. Nothing's impressive about that.
Yung ano, bagal lang talaga magsalta eh.
Hindi
And
kasi
Lenny
kumuha
is
siya ng
not-
PR.
Lenny's not a fast speaker either.
Yes, pero sobrang walang kwenta yung mga pinagsasabi ni Sara. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Oh my God! Tell me more! Yun ang pang-graduation speech mo?
Oo nga, kasi kung hindi siya inarticulate siya, talagang sa totoo lang, kikita mo naman eh. Hirap na hirap siya. She gropes for words.
What do you mean average?
But also in the general context of this is that you have to level your articulation based on your audience. And iba-iba din naman yung mga audience na we have different audiences that we have different types of speech for. And we have to share the information in a different manner with different types of audience. And in Sara Duterte's defense, she also has multiple audience where she has to speak
Would you like
in-
to counter that?
Sure, go
Hindi,
ahead.
baka dahil grade school daw or high school ang kausap. Ang question ko, bakit hindi ini-invite si Sara Duterte sa mga university commencement exercises? Why? Why not? There must be an answer to that. It's a rhetorical question.
Baka naman meron siya invitations from universities.
Ayaw lang tanggapin.
Tinitingnan ko
I'm pretty
wala
sure she has
eh.
invitations.
Sure, serious? Baka naman meron.
Wala eh, puro graduation, puro elementary, puro high school eh. Recently
Really?
Wala sir. I mean, I'd be surprised. Come on, surprise me!
There's a question from Moving Average 2033-4. Kapag may unexplained wealth, si VP Sara, susuportahan mo pa ba? Whose question is this? If there's merong unexplained wealth si VP Sara, will you still support her, Kiko?
What kind of unexplained wealth?
Unexplained wealth. Wealth probably coming from
Confidential funds.
from funds na hindi naman nalinaw kung where it's coming from.
Well, it also depends on the level of that. Kung like, if it will just be similar to impeachment stage. Kasi ngayon, every issue against Vice President Sara or any issue from an opposition figure is something that you have to view from a political lens. Kasi ang number one priority ng administration ngayon is to remove VP Sara and to remove as much support as she has because she is still the front runner as of now. Kaya ngayon, anytime nagkaroon siya ng issue regarding unexplained wealth, posibleng isa ito sa mga ginagamit ng administration sa kanya. So you have to be very skeptical instead of if it's for an independent candidate
it's a poison
walang
evidence,
kasamang
parang
politik. Na walang
Propaganda
kasamang
lang.
Propaganda.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's also a possibility. So siguro kung may like level of corruption issues siya katulad ng yung kay Zaldico at kay Romualdez,
Yeah.
if it reaches that level, then yes, you have no choice but to withdraw
It
support.
appears naman,
Pero-
based on what's being discussed in social media and outlets, not at the level of one flood control project, di ba?
Hindi naman, like, yung unexplained wealth ng, for example, isa sa mga flood control congressman, mas malaki pa sa, like, magiging, like, even in the vice president's budget in general, like,
Did you
Sobrang-
know that Sara Duterte had 1 billion in insertions in 2020? Did you keep track of the news? Nasa Cabral files yan or DPWH leaks?
2020?
Did you track the... Close mo si Kong Leviste. Tinignan mo ba yung Cabral files niya tsaka yung DPWH leaks? 1 billion in 2020 when she was mayor, 1 billion in insertions. Report yan.
How
ng
can she?
Billionaire News Channel.
How can a mayor actually insert
That's
in a
the
congressional
question.
budget?
That's the question. Harry Roque meron ding insertion. Why? Kasi si Duterte ang presidente.
Meron ba evidence to that?
Yes, binalita yan ng bilyonaryo.
Is it on the Cabral files?
Bakit hindi ba kinasuhan ni Sara Duterte ang Billionaire News Channel for libel if mali yung report?
no, but then she would have to sue everyone for libel if that's the case.
No, si Billionaire lang nag-report kasi exclusive niya yun eh. Cabral Files / DPWH Leaks. Tanong mo yung best friend mo, si Congressman Leviste. He has the Cabral Files. Did you check it? Ako, I checked it. Harry Roque, may insertion. Sara Duterte, 1 billion. 2020.
That's unusual for how to have an
2020.
insertion that you're not part of Congress.
Everybody can fact check me. Lahat ng nasa internet, i-search nyo lang. BNC, 1 billion. Sara Duterte.
Sigurado si Attorney Libayan tinitingnan niya ngayon yan.
Go! Go!
Pero tandaan mo, they were so powerful. She was so powerful that, di ba, yung kaibigan natin napaalis niya bilang Speaker of the House, si Bebot Alvarez.
That was the perception of a lot of people at that time because during at the height of their power, parang maraming alluded to
If she
them.
could do that, pwede niyang
Insertan.
pwede niyang diktahan yung House of Representatives. Bigyan mo ako ng 1
Ito ang sagot ko sa iyo.
Who was the speaker at that time?
Lord Alan Velasco, BFF niya. BFF niya. Speaker Lord Alan.
So si Alan, possible, it has to be a congressman who
Sabi
made the
ni Ombudsman
insertion.
Boying, di ba, may maleta daw kay Speaker Lord Alan.
Pero dapat ang nag-insert pala nun, congressman. Would you know which congressman?
Ay, yun hindi ko na alam. Wala sa balita eh. Ako, sinasabi ko lang, sa balita, kung nabalita ni Kong Kiko, may reported insertions din si VP
So
Sara.
you're saying that
1
based on
billion.
the Cabral files, it was alleged by the Billionaire Channel that merong 1 billion,
May 1 billion in insertions. Pero, alisin natin yan, Attorney
Pero
Clint, ha?
walang report na congressman
Oo,
na
wala
nag-insert
akong
nun.
nabasa doon.
Hindi, ako nabasa ko yun. Alisin muna natin yan, Attorney Clint. Sabi niya, baka propaganda lang ng opposition, yung unexplained wealth. Ito lang, simple math. Ang math, walang politika ang math.
Yeah.
Walang politika yan, walang opposition, walang admin.
Science.
Tingnan mo lang ang SALN niya, 88 million. Ngayon, if i-compare mo yung sahod niya as vice mayor, mayor, vice president, hindi yan naabot in 20 years na 88 million. Pag minat mo, pag kinumpute mo yung legal salary niya. By the way, wala pa yung pagkain niya doon, wala pa yung transpo, wala pa yung
But for
upa.
as a lawyer naman, 88
No,
is
as a lawyer.
doable.
Pero hindi siya nag-practice eh. Diretso siyang public service. You cannot practice as a mayor.
Correct.
Bawal yun. Practice of profession. Ang tagal niyang mayor. Hindi pwede yun. Court of Appeals, ano ba siya? Supreme Court parang clerk for like 6 months or 1 year. Yun lang. After that, ano pa? So she
Ano
cannot...
bang natutunan niya sa Supreme Court?
Pumasa eh. Pumasa. May alam yun.
Hindi, Supreme Court kasi naging empleyado ng Supreme Court.
Really?
Yes.
Ano yun?
I'm not...
Parang yun yung nasa resume niya. But you tell me, Tito Mon, hindi ko din masasagot yan.
Meron siya isa sa mga yung kanyang resume na nagtrabaho siya sa Supreme Court. I wonder kung
I haven't
ano
read.
ang natutunan niya. Anong tingin mo?
Baka wala. Walang natutunan.
Oh, ito. Yakuza 0590 to
Kita ko
Meow
naman
Meow.
na naman ang yung mga Yakuza naman.
Magbigay
Bakit
ka.
tinatanggap niya ang mga ganon? Eh, alam naman natin na kalokohan yan. Mga pangalan na lang yung Yakuza. Mamaya, mafia ng susunod yan.
Internet names naman yun, lahat mga ganyan eh.
Okay lang yung meow meow. Pero
Saan ba
yung
sa
Yung
Facebook.
Yakuza.
Magbigay
iba
ka
naman.
nga ng nagawa ni Sarah, sabi. I think marami naman siguro.
In what aspect?
That's the question. Say general broad as far as you know. Would you know her achievements?
Yes, actually, I've just been to Davao recently,
Okay.
where she was
How was
previously
it?
the mayor. Very beautiful place.
Oh, yes.
And nakita
I've been
namin
there.
yung parade. I've
Oo.
seen the people support.
Maganda yung
And
Davao.
yun talaga yung pinaka magiging measure mo on a district success. On a city success.
On good governance?
Yes, on good governance. On how much progress there is in the city. You can see the buildings. You can see everything there. And you can see how the local supported her. You can see how the local support her. Kahit yung mga yung mga kumakain lang kami, nakita nila, yung kasama namin sila Duterte, they are actually very supportive of Duterte there. And
Panahon
from that
siguro
alone,
ni panahon siguro ni Digong, maganda yung Davao. Panahon ni Sara at saka ni Basti especially pumapasok ng opisina yan alas 4 ng hapon.
Wow!
Kasi lasing.
Pero Tito Mon, si Kiko went there at the time of
Kailan?
Mayor Baste. Recently. Yeah.
Oh,
Maganda daw.
spill over na siguro yung kay Digong.
Hindi mas low na pa nga si Mayor Duterte sa
Mayor-
akin dun sa event
Mayor
at 8 a.m. nandun na siya. So,
Mm.
hindi naman siya late na pumupunta sa mga events.
O yung tingin mo.
Davao, daming ghost employees dyan. Ni VP Sara, nung mayor siya. 11,000 ghost employees in 2011.
Totoo ba yan?
That's the allegations against her.
2011?
Yes, nung
Pero
mayor siya.
alam mo, in fairness, totoo yan. Kasi nung panahon ni Digong, nasuspindi siya dyan Sinuspindi siya ni
Ombudsman?
ni DILG Secretary Santos.
Oh, noon.
Ni Luigi.
Question. Totoo bang, eto may there's a internet question here. Totoo bang na-kick out si Guanzon sa meeting kay Sarah?
Wala ako sa meeting.
O, walang she was not kicked out. Parang may,
She had
may
another
napuntahan
event.
siya. Yes, either that or
She was
sila
not
ni
kicked
Topacio.
I
But
see.
I haven't really, I don't think there was any kicking out.
Yeah.
Hindi naman masyadong naging seryosong
She was not kicked out or she was not allowed to enter to begin with.
I'm pretty sure she was allowed because she was also invited.
Oh, pero ba't wala siya sa picture niyo? Kawawa naman. Ba't wala siya sa picture?
Hindi, parang may pinupuntahan siya or nagkaroon sila ng issue ni Topacio. But outside of that,
Parang
I don't
sarcastic
really
to
see
si Attorney Jess.
No, ako ang tanong ko, may tension ba? Was there palpable tension between Topacio and Guanzon? Na muntik na sila magkasuntukan?
Hindi naman. Parang
Wala.
lang. Yung disagreement lang. It's not to the level na... Kasi ako nakita ko talaga pag magsusundukan na yung mga tao.
Hindi naman.
For personal experience,
Yeah.
Kung magdidebate si Gonzon at saka si Topacio, sinong mananalo?
sa manalo, hindi ko alam
Ako may sagot ako dyan.
Depende sa magiging topic nila, but I'm not really sure.
What's your answer?
Panalo si Topacio. Kahit ako, hindi ko suportado si Topacio. Hindi din niya ako suportado. Pero si Topacio mananalo laban kay Guanzon. Yun ang-
Over Attorney Bing?
Yes!
Okay, Attorney Bing ako.
Hindi, kasi ngayon pa lang tameme si Guanzon Nag-speech si Guanzon sa araw ng Davao. Nag-speech si Topacio. Talong-talo si Guanzon. Kainsuka siya, sabi ni Topacio. Itong tao na to, oportunista, dati sinasabi, ang Duterte pangit, ang Duterte corrupt, si Sara Duterte Fiona. Ngayon, kainsuka. Senador ni Sara Duterte. Sinabi ni Topacio.
In the same event?
Yes, on the same platform, on the same stage.
That's awkward.
Well, I mean,
Super.
hindi niya pinangalanan si
Hindi naman
Attorney
pala pinangalanan.
Parang sinabi lang niya yung mga iba na dumalapit na sa mga
Si Attorney Jess pinangalanan.
Qualities, di ba? The qualities of a balimbing or traidor or opportunista, yun yung sinasabi ni Topacio. Natamaan si Guanzon sa sariling speech ni Guanzon. Meron tao dito na iniinis ako, niyayaw-yaw-yaw ako na wag na natin pag-usapan yan. Ang importante, panalunin si Sara. Wala siyang rebuttal. Ang rebuttal lang niya, let's focus on Sara. Hindi niya may-rebut yung accusation sa kanya na balimbing siya, opportunista, trapo.
Lahat naman ng politicians, balimbing
Baka naman she felt she was not alluded to.
Oh, she did. Kasi nga sinagot niya Sabi niya, may tao dito na iniinis ako, inaasar ako, na bumabaliktad daw ako. Hindi, dilawan ako. Hindi ka dilawan, Guanzon. Wag mo akong paandarin, okay? Duterte ka ngayon, DDS ka. Hindi ka dilawan, hindi ka pink.
She explained the last time, dilawan daw si Attorney Bing dahil That's why she was appointed by Cory before.
Kung hindi naman yun ang basis para maging dilawan eh. Ang dilawan na label, sir, kailan lang nalabas? 2016. The discourse on a dilawan, a DDS, that wasn't there nung Cory days. That was only there 2016. Anong ginawa niya na anti-Duterte nung 2016? Dilawan daw siya? Oh, anong ginawa niya para kay Pinoy to defend Pinoy against fake news? Wala.